Hello everyone, so I'm going to be doing a collective secondhand slash thrift find video, and this is just going to be a collection of what I've got recently or semi-recently, and I'm just really excited to show you what I've got because I think I got really good staple pieces, and I'm going to save this one item best for last because I love it and I can't wait to do a video about it as well, but that's for later. So let's just dive into kind of stores that aren't really thrift stores, but in my brain, I consider thrift stores. So like Burlington, like Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Ross, I consider those kind of like thrift stores in my opinion, or secondhand stores, but just newer. Yeah, that's my logic in that. So recently I have bought this gorgeous dress. I initially thought it was a skirt, but it's actually a dress, and these are supposed to be like the straps for your neck. And I didn't think it was a dress because it was in the skirt section, and I bought it in intention to be a skirt. But nonetheless, it's going to be used as a skirt because I have no intentions to wear this as a dress. At least I don't think so. And I'm also going to do a little try on haul between these segments. I'm going to have a little fancy setup for you guys to show off how these fit. Also, I've been trying to find staple pieces. I've been struggling with that for years, and I feel like finally I'm starting to find the statement pieces that I like and not necessarily what everyone likes. But a lot of these are trendier, but luckily the stuff that is in trend right now is kind of what I do really like for myself when it comes to statement pieces. But it was a really good buy, but it was $16.99, which is kind of expensive. Now I'm gonna move on to more of accessories. I found this amazing Quiznos hat, and it's a bit of an ironic buy, but it's a Quiznos hat and it's kind of cool looking. The material isn't the best, but I really like the little embroidery and the little tags here, and it's a Quiznos hat. I also got these. Oh wait, this is also from like Burlington. Got this at Burlington. Oh my gosh, I forgot another thing from Burlington. I'll show you that in a second. But I also got this hat, the star hat. This is gonna be my boyfriend's, but I made him buy it for himself, but then I stole it immediately after. So this is a really cute hat as well. And you won't believe what I got at Burlington as well. These are probably separate trips. I got the hat and this next item at the same time. This Juicy Couture little wristlet purse or coin purse. You guys, this was priced at like $3 or like $1, like from $1 to $3, just because it was dirty. Girl, I thrift. I don't really care about the dirtiness. So for this to be $3 is iconic. And then I just have like random stuff in here, like an atomizer perfume, nail file, and lipstick or like chapstick, and then nail glue. Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. And then the next thing for accessories, I actually got this at the bins, I believe. I've recently started going to the bins, and I've only been about twice so far, but I've found pretty good stuff. So I found this like beaded belt. I'm not quite sure how to use this yet, but I didn't want to not buy it just because I didn't know how to style it, because I like how it looks anyways. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I can browse Pinterest, but yeah, belt. I also got this at the bins as well. This really well-made corset. It is dense, y'all. Obviously so, because it has metal, I don't remember what they're called, binding probably, or boning. They have metal boning in them. And I found this at the bins, y'all, and nobody grabbed this. It's so gorgeous, and it's from this brand. I don't really know a lot of the brands that I thrifted for these pieces. I just grabbed them because they were pretty cool. and this is the back. I also don't know how to style corsets, but I think this is just too good of a piece to let in the bins for another person, so I grabbed it. Okay, and then I also got this bag. I got this Coach bag at the bins. Not sure if it's authentic. It looks authentic. It's pretty dirty. It's been really loved and worn. The bottom is a little damaged from the corners. There's like loose threads, worn out leather color, this pen stain. But nonetheless, this is a pretty good bag. Pretty good size. Straps, the inside's pretty spacious. I did buy this with the intention of selling it because I was like, I need money, so I'm gonna try to sell this. I barely listed it today, so we'll see if anybody buys it. I think I listed it pretty cheap. Probably like around $25 to $30. I don't know if that's still too much because it's kind of damaged, but yeah, I got that bag. I also got another bag, and I already tried filming this previously, but I just wasn't happy with the amount of effort I put into it. I feel like I put more effort into this one. Got a nice shirt on, it did my hair, my makeup, I have accessories on, I feel cute. And the other one I was just trying to film it. But I had this relic bag. It's this black rectangle bag, and I recently sold it a couple days ago, and it was a really pretty purse, and I really debated on keeping that one, but I already had a purse that kind of looks like it, and it's more, dare I say, cuntier to my eyes. But the one that I own is way less spacious than that bag that I sold. But either way, I can't have two similar looking bags in my collection because I just don't want to have a huge amount of clothes. I've been recently downsizing my clothes in order to get more statement pieces, so I've been downsizing my basics tremendously, so I'm forced to wear clothes that I actually thrift and have an interest in wearing but don't wear because I have basic clothes which are safer. Who cares? Also, this is not an accessory, but I wanted to throw it in here because it's like just a thing. I recently thrifted Coyote Ugly. I did thrift a DVD player at Goodwill like a couple months ago, I think. And I've been slowly building up my DVD collection, and it's just so fun finding DVDs that you love and then buying them. I also have I don't know how to say it. I've been focused on buying movies that are like cunty and like women centered and women empowerment and like women being sexy. So yeah, this fits in quite well. I have like childhood movies, cunty women movies, and then horror movies. That's the three genres I like to collect. So yeah, Coyote Ugly, I got it for $1.99. Hopefully it plays. It doesn't look too scratched up from the back, so we'll hope for the best, y'all. Okay, y'all, let's actually dive into the thrifted clothes. I want to point out for a fact that this was also thrifted, but it wasn't too recent, but it wasn't also too long ago, but I didn't want to include it in the haul, but I wanted to show you anyways because this is such a pretty shirt. I really want to wear it out so bad, but I don't really go out often, and I'm gonna try to change that. But anywho, let's start with these jeans. These are low-rise Angels jeans. I just recently listed this on, I think, Mercari, because I am more comfortable selling on Mercari, which is really strange, but I know a lot of people sell on Depop. But I think I'm gonna transition to selling on Depop because I feel like clothes don't really sell well on Mercari, whereas like objects sell well on Mercari. And yeah, but these are really pretty. But when I tried them on, I knew they were gonna be low rise, and I know low rise is really, really hot right now. I tried it on when I got home. I just feel like ugly with low rise jeans. I feel like my belly looks too big and like too round in it. It just really doesn't make me feel confident. So therefore I am selling it. And if it doesn't sell my Mercari, I'm gonna reactivate my Depop and sell my clothes on there instead. I also recently, like quite recently, thrifted this shirt. I'm always keeping an eye out for good graphic tees that aren't like really corny. I have this really pretty blue. I couldn't pass this up because it was also comfort colors, which I really like comfort colors. Beautiful blue, beautiful graphic. It also has the graphic on the back. Nice graphic tee that I got. Next thing I also thrifted, I think this is supposed to be a shirt, but I thrifted it in hopes of it being a mini dress. I love the pattern. I love this mesh like material. I don't know what brand it is from. They cut off the tag for some reason. It had this like weird inner lining and it was just so cheap looking. I just cut it off and I'm just gonna wear this as a layering piece. I might try to alter this so it could be a shirt or it can just be better fitting on me. But this works well as a dress as well. I really like this little detailing in the front, and yeah, and the sleeve is a, I believe, quarter bell sleeve. And I just like bell sleeves. And it's just a really pretty color. I just like that it's not one base color of red. I also thrifted this Simply Vera shirt, and it's Vera Wings, I think ready to wear line, probably sold in like JCPenney or like Anchor stores in the mall. I'm not too sure about Simply Vera, but this is also a very beautiful, like a basic piece, but it's not just blue, it's not just black. It also has this stitching on it. The stitching detail is really pretty, and I just really like this. Like, even though it is more basic, it still has some depth to it. The next thing I also got is this Ed Hardy shirt. I also know that Ed Hardy is very trendy right now, and I did buy this in intention for me to wear, but when I tried it on, I feel like it's not my style. Or it is, but I feel like it's just a little too gaudy for me. But yeah, I got this more so because it actually has the bejewels on it, rhinestones. Whereas where I've seen more recent Ed Hardy that just has the graphic and not really the jeweling on there. So this is the tag. I have no clue if it's like older Ed Hardy or newer Ed Hardy. But this is the shirt, and then this is the back. It's also a really good statement piece, but I don't know if I'll keep this. I'll just keep it for maybe a while until I decide whether I want to keep it or take it away, because depending if I wear this at all in this year determines if I keep it or not. This is also a piece that I'm debating if I should keep for myself, but I feel like I will. This is a Venice, Italy shirt. It really reminds me of the Jersey Shore boys, like the reality TV show Jersey Shore, like more specifically like Pauly D, more specifically Ronnie, probably more Ronnie. It just feels like Ronnie, and I hate that it looks like Ronnie or it makes me think of Ronnie because Ronnie's a piece of shit. But yeah, I don't know if this is too like it's like too, I don't know if it's chuggy or too millennial or like whatever, but I think I kind of like it, and depending on how I style it, I think it will look pretty good. So yeah, and this also has little rhinestones on it, and it has this deep v-neck with little buttons, and it's from the brand Blue Canyon. And there's nothing on the back, sadly, but the front is pretty nice. And this is also a quarter sleeve. I don't know what's up with me getting quarter sleeves, but I guess I'm into them. This next thing I got is this beautiful red, like I think mid-calf skirt, and it just has these drawstrings. Luckily enough, if it was too big, I could just cinch it in. And then at the bottom, it has these detailings, it's these cutouts and the stitching, and as well as the ruffled bottom or scalloped bottom. I thought this is a really pretty skirt. I really debated on getting this as well. I think the recent thrifts that I've had is just me really heavily debating if I should buy stuff because I'm too scared to wear it, or I'm too scared I won't wear it. But like I said, I've been downsizing my closet to where I don't have these like basic pieces and I'm forced to wear these statement pieces. The statement pieces in my eyes, like this is what I believe statement pieces are. Speaking of statement pieces, I got this at a garage sale from this lady that was hanging this from a like tent canopy because it was about to rain that day. I remember everything. I saw this hanging. Guys, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. It's backless and it's a corset type and it's like, I don't know if this is leather or pleather, but it is beautiful. I think she sold me this for like $5. $5. Really sexy, and I absolutely love this, and I can't wait to wear this out. And it doesn't have a brand label on it, but it was just made in Pakistan. And then quite literally recently, maybe like 2 days ago, I was thrifting with my mom, and it was like right before Mother's Day, because technically today is Mother's Day, but when this video comes out, it's gonna be like way after Mother's Day. But we went thrifting because we both love thrifting. I love taking her with me because we both like bounce off each other's energies. I just love my mom. Love my mommy. So I got this item and I loathe pale yellow on my skin. But this has a really beautiful graphic of this flower also with like little glittery things. And I'm really sad that it doesn't carry on to the back. It just like cuts off, but that is okay. I tried it on and it looked really pretty. This will challenge me to wear it and to not be scared of pale yellow because I feel like it washes me out. But hopefully it doesn't wash me out when I wear it. And it's by the brand Evolution, not Revolution. Oh, whatever the hell that means. Now, the last clothing item that I have is this just a really cute button up. We can just button this up and see. Oh man, I buttoned it incorrectly. So, I also got this red, more so like cropped shirt. And although it looks basic, like I said, if I get basic pieces, it's because they have good detailing in them. So, I don't know if you can tell in this lighting, pretty sure you can't. Oh, there you go. It has this red thread embroidery and I love it. And these buttons are also cute. They're very detailed. And then at the bottom, it has like this cutout right here, or the way the fabric is cut. It just gives it more character to a plain basic piece. And this is really pretty. I just really enjoyed the cut of this, and it also has a cinched back. I used to be opposed to getting stuff like this, but if it's like very like mild, then it's good. It's okay. It's fine. And then it's by the brand Ozark Mountain Jean Company. So yeah, those are all the clothing pieces that I've gotten. And I also scored at the bins because I got this chair, and it's actually where the pile of clothes that I was grabbing from, it was like on this chair. And I believe this is, I don't know if this is a Seska chair, like an actual Seska chair. To my knowledge, that's what they're called. So I'm gonna just call it that. I'm gonna post a clip here. It's a Seska chair, and I believe it's been reupholstered by the previous owner, and it was just chilling with the rest of these furniture pieces that the Goodwill bins had. And usually the people at the Goodwill bins are very, very assertive and passive aggressive. So I'm so shocked that they did not yank this up. I immediately, like, I spotted it and I was eyeing it, and I was making sure that nobody like claimed it or had like I don't know, owned it. So I was like eyeing it, and my boyfriend saw me. He's like, what do you see? And I was like, he goes, you want to get it? I was like, mm-hmm. And then we go and we get it. It was $10.99. $10.99, y'all. People are selling chairs like this for $50 for one on Facebook Marketplace. And I finally have another chair for my dining table because I've been having one single chair for too long. So now I have 2 chairs. Yay! Sadly, this chair is shorter than the one that I have, but the one that I have, I'm currently sitting on. I think it was bought from Amazon, and which is nothing wrong with that. I got it for like $2, I think, at a garage sale. I just got so used to this, and the cushioning is so much comfier compared to the one that I just got at the bins, but it's okay. It's okay. And it looks really pretty. I'm a big fan of the back piece. It looks way better in comparison to this one, in my opinion. But yeah, the last thing that I have found, I got at a estate sale for a small business, I believe. I think it was a furniture place, and it also had a boutique on the second floor. And my boyfriend found this estate sale posting from this girl that posted about how she's gonna do this on a certain day, and luckily we were at the bins that day and we didn't get anything at the bins. We didn't find anything. Nothing was interesting us at all, and we decided to go to this estate sale. We waited in line, and there was more people lining up. I think my boyfriend and I were maybe like the 10th person in line, maybe, but then there was like 15 people behind us, and I didn't think there was gonna be a lot of people, but I knew estate sales get lines like that, so I was determined to go. He was kind of hesitant on going, but I was very determined to stay and wait until they opened. And I'm so grateful I did, because I found this amazing purse. I found this Coach Legacy purse. Guys, Coach. And you would not believe how much she sold this for. She had so many good pieces in her little boutique, and she was, since it's an estate sale, she's literally selling everything, like even the fixtures, the tables that the clothes are on, the shoe racks that the shoes are on, her sewing machines, like stuff like that. And I found this, or I saw this immediately upon walking into her boutique. It was on a coat rack, and I was looking for a medium size slouchy leather black bag. It didn't need to be brand name. It didn't need to be like anything fancy. I just wanted a good, like edgy looking purse. And behold, I've been wanting it for like maybe a week. And then I started actually looking for it when we were thrifting and we were at the bins, and I couldn't find anything that same day. And then saw this just dangling on the coat rack, front and center. When I stepped foot and I walked in, I grabbed the purse and I was like, this is pretty. And I put it on my shoulder, didn't even look at it completely. I was just like, wow, this is so pretty. And it was pretty dark in there. And I did not notice like this like branding or engraving of the Coach brand. And this tag was tucked inside, so I couldn't tell that it was Coach at all because I just didn't want to like analyze too like closely. And then once I realized that it was Coach, because this flap was actually tucked inside like this. And I've already made this my daily purse, so if you want to see what's in my purse, I will do that for you. But it was tucked in. I felt like they were just like hiding the fact that it was a Coach purse. So I was like, oh, they're probably gonna charge a lot. She had really cool shoes and really cool pieces. There was some shoes that were priced at like $300. So I was like, she will not like stray away from pricing this like maybe $100, and I won't be like mad about it. So I was prepared that I was gonna spend like the least $50, the most $120. And we're like waiting in line for her to like tell me how much this is, and I go up to her, I'm like, how much is this purse? And then she goes, and she kind of moves around the flap, and then like she didn't fully like open it up, and then she goes, 15. $15? Take my money, give me the bag. You are a saint. You are a saint. And then I was like, okay. And then my boyfriend was like, I'll pay for this one, because we were both debating whether it's gonna be $50 or not, and I didn't have money in my checkings account. I had no business being at the bins or at this estate sale that day with no money in my checkings account. But then he got me this. Ah! Isn't it amazing? $15. And it's so gorgeous. Look at that lining. It's a gorgeous purple. Ah! So if you really want to see, or it doesn't even matter if you want to see or not, because I'm going to show you anyways. I'm going to show you what's in my purse, and hopefully you liked this video because I loved the pieces that I've thrifted and I can't wait to find more. I've been so happy with the pieces that I've thrifted, and I'm so happy with the way my style is slowly changing, and I'm slowly finding myself. And yeah, I'll see you maybe in the next one, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!